Hello and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and we're going to talk about this game today, which is Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, which looks pretty damn interesting here. We're looking at a grand strategy game, which is also a mix of RTS at the same time and economy management as well. Really exciting. Imagine this game is basically going to be a mix of Crusader King, Europa Universalis 4, Civilizations, and Age of Empires, and also Total War all in one. Kind of a mixed bag of everything, and I like this very much. So what do you do in Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign? Obviously, this is a game that has been under development for quite some time, actually, because they've already been talking about it since 2019, as we can see here with this particular video that we'll be checking out later. So I've been in development for quite some time, and so in this game, well, you can take one of the many nations of not just from Europe, but it seems like from different parts of the world as well, because in the trailers we've seen some African and also Middle Eastern nations too, and you can try to conquer the world, or at least ensure your domination over different nations as well. So let's have a look at the trailer first, and then we'll have a look at this video here, which is some kind of teaser gameplay that we'll be analyzing first. So let's first look at this trailer that we saw in the B-roll footage first.
Welcome back, sire.
First, what we're looking at makes me very happy. So these are not all of the different nations that existed at that time. For example, Germany was not really one country, but a loose mix of different duchies all together. But what I really like is that, look at that, my home country of Brittany is going to be playable in the game. Ta-da! You have no idea how that makes me feel happy, because we are not often in video games. We are in Europe, Europa Universalis 4, and also in Crusader Kings, but here we go. So yeah, I'll definitely be playing this game and ensure Breton domination over France, at least, which doesn't look like it is in very good shape so far. But anyway, so yeah, lots of different countries, as you can see, and that's already makes me very happy, because it's gonna be pleasing a lot of people.
Your kingdom awaits.
Looks like they are going to focus on Bohemia, which is today's Czechia. So what we're looking at looks very reminiscent of all of the grand strategy games that you already know and love, and especially I wouldn't say it looks like Civilizations, because you don't really have the tile system. It doesn't seem like it's also a turn game as well, but more in real time. So it definitely looks something much closer to Europa Universalis.
Court is eager to hear your orders.
So here, that's something a bit more similar to obviously Crusader King, where you have to manage not just your country, but also your court and also your rulers, your dynasty as well, who is going to be succeeding, who is going to be governing with you.
They've garnered many new skills to serve the realm.
Hiring merchants, obviously, very important. Economy in this kind of game is also very important, because it's going to define, obviously, how you are going to be succeeding. But also, lots of players prefer having economic domination over military domination. Sometimes, you don't necessarily need to to fight in order to win, but in some of the best games, just having the best economy and being maybe the most influence can also lead you to victory.
Diplomats are standing by, Your Majesty. Use them to seal powerful pacts with our allies.
So here, create an invasion plan against a neighbor kingdom. So obviously, you're not just going to be attacking a country just like this. You're going to have to planify such attacks. You're going to have to find allies as well, because if you go alone, you can be sure that your enemies are going to have friends, that maybe they will be creating coalitions as well, things that we've seen in other countries, so things that we've seen in other games. So it's definitely here the type of gameplay that we see in Europa Universalis 4. We'll do this out.
Our merchants have established the trade route you requested, sire.
Now, very wise, Consul Cavaro. You are on the right track to earn your goodwill. What do you offer? So here, basically, or I see that the way I see it is like merchants will be also acting as diplomats, perhaps. So they'll be able to here bring in trade agreements or have maybe alter different relationships with other nations at the same time. You can see different options here: non-aggression, support in war, maybe royal wedding as well, which was common interaction between countries back in those days.
A neighboring monarchy is unpopular with their people. A well-placed spy could send them into anarchy.
So you'll be able to also inspire uprising with countries that you don't like. That's what I said, right? So if you have enough money, you'll be able to be hiring those agents that will be doing the dirty job for you. And then once they're weak enough is when you'll be able to enter and eventually take control of them or seize the land that you are interested in.
Heresy has spread to one of our provinces. We should let our priests deal with it, sire.
Now, obviously, religion is also a very major part of these kind of games, because back in those days, it was one of the main societal forces, and it also, I suppose that heresy or maybe not following religion or changes of religion can also be creating social turmoil that you can eventually use for your own advantage.
It is time to recruit the continent's greatest army.
So here, this is how we recruit armies here. So we are playing Genoa. You can see that the flag here, this is the Genoa's flag. Genoa was an Italian city-state, well, more than city-state, it was like more than merchant republic located in the northwest of the country. And here you can recruit different units, including some crossbowmen, so professional archers, here protected by their formidable shields. They can shoot at long distances, but only a few bolts per minute. Now you can see the different type of properties that they can have. So the cost for manpower, how much it's going to be attacking here, the range for attack, how good they will be good for defense, their resilience, different salvos. So probably how many arrows they can shoot. The stamina, which is how they're going to be get tired or not, and their score for siege units too. And also here probably the kind of facilities or infrastructures that you need in order to be able to recruit those. So you're gonna have the fletchers, which are basically people who make arrows, and master armorers as well for their own armor and maybe for their shield. And here is the price of how much it costs.
And protect your sovereignty by all means.
Now, this is the interface that you see from the grand map, but at the same time, you will also have some influence on the battlefield, which is where the title really gets interesting, like this. That's really awesome. I like the strategic approach here on how you can put your archers on top of the walls, how you can go around the map and maybe find a weakness perhaps, or maybe lure your enemy into traps.
Their archers and send soldiers to scale their walls, sire.
See, not everything is about Europe. That is definitely Middle Eastern type of architecture that we're going to be seeing. I hope that we get to, recreate the Crusades or the Reconquista of Spain. That will be fantastic as well.
It is the people that demand you ride with your knights to defend what was and the dream of what could be.
That is awesome. Now, I've recently discovered this game. Obviously, as I said, it's been there for quite some time. This is gameplay from actual 2019, where they were already showing what it is. So here, that's what I was talking about here. Tangiers is actually located in Algeria, modern-day Algeria. So that's what I meant here when I said that it's not just going to be about Europe or European dominance. You can also get to play or get to interact with other countries outside of Europe, which is what I hope that we get to do that with the entire world, or at least the entire known world by, Westerners and maybe Asians back in those days.
And welcome to our visual gameplay teaser trailer of Knights of Honor 2.
Now this is an old video from 2019, so that's what I said. They've obviously improved that quite a lot, but it's basically been their plan for years right now. This kind of interface with little cities here that represent your economy and how large city is going to be and who is going to be garrisoned inside with the types of units, and also you get to see different economy infrastructures like farms or plantations, or also mines here where you're going to be able to harvest resources. All of that is of course going to be playing a key role when it comes to the strength of your economy and eventually your empire as well. Anyway guys, I'm so excited about Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. We don't have a release date, unfortunately. When you look at it here on Steam, it says that it's coming soon. Now coming soon can mean pretty much everything. It's been coming soon apparently for years now. I didn't realize it, but it's been on my wish list for 2 years right now. So yeah, coming soon. We don't know if it's going to be this year or if it's going to be next year or in 2 years, but nevertheless it's definitely a game that's worth having in our radars. Now when it says Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, it means that there's already one. So if I type Knights of Honor, here we go, Knights of Honor, there's already a first game that was already released in 2005, so it's been already a while. But look at that, the publisher was Paradox Interactive, so not really a surprise to see Paradox behind this, because they've always been behind strategy games, and you can already check it out and see how it was, see if it's your cup of tea or not. There's currently a discount of -75%. Could be worth checking and see if it's going to be a worthy predecessor to the second one. See if you're gonna like the second one based off if you like the first one or not. Anyway guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this is gonna get you guys interested, and I will see you guys for more videos on the channel. Have a great day. It's been the Eradicator. I will see you guys later.